when I curse the white nation, the West, hey, you can curse as much as you want. Either curse me or curse anyone. But now I'm telling you one of the reasons why I curse the white nation, starting from the West. What I am gonna say is not a lie. Them, the intelligence in America, and America leading the West and other countries to do what they are doing in Afghanistan and the purpose of democracy, freedom, and things like that, which is the joke that most of the population on planet Earth, even Gulf States agents and others who are fucking our life, and Ismaili are believing. Okay, this need you to say the truth. They put some cameras to the soldiers and they make them sometimes do something unacceptable, like killing someone or bullet. Okay, this is not the scenario, all the cases. And then the Human Rights Watch talk about it, and this is not acceptable, and whatever. I'm not going to talk about Iraq or things that is hidden in Guantanamo. I'm going to talk now about Afghanistan. There is a lot of soldiers who go to combat or whatever without any camera. Absolutely without any camera. There is a lot. Now, there is incident that occurred, not once, not twice, not third, more than 10 times. What did they do? They go to a village. Most of them are citizens, from the Pashtun mainly, and others. And do you know that person? This person is the Taliban leader or fight. Do you know this in 2013, 2012, 2000, since they went to Afghanistan until recently, until the last years. Do you know? Especially in the middle. Do you know this person? And this guy answer, yes, the Afghani, yeah. And they arrest them and take them. And they just disappear. They behead them. I understand. Now you're saying, no, it's cannot be. No, they behead them. And then they say, they do it to us. The Muslims do it to us. The Muslims do it. They did it to us in Iraq. I'm not here explaining why there is certain reaction against you, Gog and Magog, and against your fucking cross and a fucking Jesus. I'm not here explaining about this point. And how demon, you wanna enslave nations. That's why I'm not gonna, when I put a blame on Gulf States Mohawk, there is other things happening in the Middle East by the so-called Shiite and the so-called Israelite, who are definitely not part of Middle East. Iran, the so-called Israeli, so-called Iran, but I go and other powers as well taking involved, starting from Russia, taking involved in accomplice, Russia and India and China, for example. Russia first, then secondary China and India. But the main issue is in the West. So you go in there, you behead those Afghani citizen, innocent people, family members who got nothing just because they did a lot. Now, I'm not going to talk about Taliban fighter and what sort of things happened to them, pissing in their bodies and things like that, and doing absolutely crime against. There are right now your soldier who return back, living with their family, and there is a lot of people who are killed just because they are in relationship to other family member, and they enjoy beheading him. The problem is that some of them don't know how to behead the person and kill him very fast. And they shouldn't behead, like an animal. But, it didn't happen in Afghanistan the way it happened in Iraq. But look how they think. Don't delete the video. Don't say I'm a liar. I'm not. The problem is that their superior, sergeant or what, try to cover it up. Until it reaches some high level of the army, they will just try to cover it up. Yes, they don't want it to reach the humanity. Even sometimes it reaches and they try to close it because it's going to bring a lot of what is SWAT focusing on the West and these armies. We're here to liberate women, protect the minority, bring democracy. What happened to those soldiers? You say that your soldiers are not barbaric, coming organized, have nothing to do. I'm not going to talk about the rape cases, other things. I'm just going to talk about this beheading, because you always say they behead people like animals, Muslim, have nothing to do with Islam. Say I'm a liar. Wallahi, I'm not a liar. You did unbelievable crimes. Unbelievable crimes in Afghanistan. Unbelievable. Crimes that cannot be. And they behead them and they just hide them. And this village is anti-American. These groups, these tribes are anti-American from the first place. They will never go to the Human Rights Watch and say, because they know that they are a fucking kafir, And they have something to do, this Human Rights Watch, especially those who are working with them, the Afghans who are in this government accomplishing the occupation. Look at the Human Rights Watch. I mean, for a person like me, do you think that I was not harmed by the human rights? Well, they send the adult at risk so that England wouldn't send you back to the occupation, starting from occupation in the Ismaili territory or whatever. Uh, your country, Saudi Arabia, Saudi occupation, or Gulf States occupation, which at the same time the human rights is supporting the minority to fuck the Ismailian native, the minority who are the intruders. They give you a dirt at risk, they help you, they make you stay, you're homeless, but you're not back. No, I'm not here trying. So they give me this is a help, yes, okay. At the same time, they fuck our life in the Ismailian territory, always sending these reports to White House, to other leading the governmental political department or institute. And then a pressure come to us, and then the media talk. Why don't you talk about this? Do an investigation. Do an investigation about innocent men, never was in a combat. I'm not going to talk about those who were in Taliban, and may Allah bless them. May Allah accept them as mortal, and Jazahumullah khair. And even those people. He's just, I know this, imagine with his turban and things. Then come with us. God, you shouldn't know this guy. You shouldn't know this guy. They see these movies like the movies starting from Rambo and this type, and they want to impose it and implement it. You're a sick nation, a freak. I'm not going to talk right now about China or India or even Russia, or I'm going to talk about Africa or talk about other parts of the world like in South America. Gangs and whatever, what they did to women and things like they behead and chop women. I'm going to talk about your filthy army that you're bothering us. Look what your army did there. Well, they did also the same to us, those Afghani Taliban. May Allah bless them for fucking you in Iraq, for fucking you in Afghanistan. May Allah bless their hand and bless their life, and may Allah curse you. Who's Allah? The owner, founder, the creator of existence. That's Allah. You're a bad people. You're behind our shame, you're behind our destruction, and you enjoy it because you're not human. That's why I curse you. Now, if you're a nice person, back off. I'm talking about this government and the crime, the filthy crime they have committed, and how they allowed someone like the so-called Shia to enter Middle East and fuck us more in Iraq and Syria, and how they support the so-called Shia intruders and others to help in manipulating our rights and to help in what they are doing by manipulating the truth about our identity, and to push the Gulf States agent to give them everything on the account على حسابنا, on our account, so that we would be prosecution. A brother without a dick, a sister who was a model, and you enjoy it. Another sister was called a slave and rape, and وما خفي كان أعظم. What's hidden, what happened, is just above. A rotana and a mother dragged just to be catched by the committee which I used to defend. They think that I will be ضد هيئة الأمر بالمعروف لأنهم ألقت القبض على أمي. وش الجنان ده? It did work. There is a lot of Ishmael, and if you go and find an Ishmaelite saying, I don't want this committee because they did something like this, he's stupid. I'm not going to be angry with them. God bless them. They will find a lot of Ishmael that we don't want committees because it brought a lot of things. What did they have? Arrested a sister, arrested a wife, or arrested. My life is fucked. You know what? It's fucked. Okay, but what happened? My rumor, my reputation. No, they drag your women. In Gulf States and Oman and something worse. Who's helping this? Is you. These bitches and these whores are talking about women rights in Afghanistan. And the soldiers of the bitch, whore Elizabeth, may she be cursed, her and her army. Shut up! Shut up. You're bringing the curse of dunya. Curse means an absolute destruction. You're bringing it to our society. And remember that I'm an Israelite, not like those Goyim who you brought by state. So you're a bad nation. I'm not talking about the Russian. I'm not talking about the Indian. I'm not talking about the Chinese. I'm not going to talk about the South American cases here and there, or in Africa as well, or other groups. So-called Hindus, so-called Buddhists, Jews. No, I'm going to talk about this Western nation calling for freedom, liberation, equality, women's rights, minority. Do an investigation. Shafafiyya in English. What is it? Shafafiyya? Go and tell us. They should be in trial, not there with their family drinking and enjoying. Went to Afghanistan. I was in Vietnam. I was in Vietnam. Vietnam is absolutely different. It's far worse than Afghanistan. You're a sissies and a faggots. and insist as well. And I curse you, and I curse your nation, man. You're in the West. Fuck you. This is another topic. Why I'm in the West, you fucking freak, you fucking bitches and faggots. And this is at the end. We're part of the existence, though. This is another uh, Islamic things, and I think I said enough. So do your investigation. Because before putting all sort of things in the media about how we are living, they need to change women right, shit like that. His sister, this is the change in Saudi Arabia. They will allow us to bring some satanic, to build and create some the atmosphere with the crown prince, some satanic house of worship, and on all sort of persecution to the natives, because we want better humanitarian equality. Okay, you want to call for what you think. That let's do some investigation, the crimes in Afghanistan. I'm not going to talk about also Iraq, the Holy Land, or others committing crime against the Muslim in association with what you're doing. Do an investigation. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Just this topic. There is other topics that is far worse. What they did to the family, maybe far worse when it's come to disability, killing them, torturing them. But there was a beheading occurred. No, yeah, beheading. Someone would say from the Muslim, come on, you're talking about beheading. It's wrong. It's terrible, my Muslim brother. Taking someone and beheading while he's an innocent. Look at the number of children who died in Afghanistan. Look at the people who have the right to fight back. Look at the people who was in their house eating in their bar or wedding or whatever. A lot of crimes. I just want this because it's barbaric, George Bush Jr. Barbaric, when they saw some Iraqi Saddam Hussein working with Saddam or whatever, tribal or whatever, beheading some soldiers. It's barbaric. Okay, it's barbaric. It's barbaric. Why you did it in Afghanistan? May you be cursed. You're a good person. You're a Muslim. You have nothing to do with it, directly and indirectly. I apologize if I harm you. I really apologize. I don't mean you, but I'm just saying the truth. This is a topic about the West, what they did in Afghanistan. Please don't delete the video. Wallahi, I am saying the truth. And if this point,